Hi everyone, welcome to this week's ICE commentary video for US equity markets. It's Nick McDonald speaking. Firstly, just to point out that it is Martin Luther King Day, so most of you that are in the US will be enjoying a nice holiday on Monday, and so will the markets. So we've got very limited trading on Monday, and then the market kicking back into gear on Tuesday. So basically what we have is a little bit of uncertainty in the market with without a day's prices on Monday, because what we had on Friday was the European countries, a number of European countries had their ratings downgraded by the S&P. So basically their credit ratings, sorry, I meant to say. So the last time that happened in the US, obviously it created some turmoil at the markets. The market sold off and sold off heavily. So it certainly seems to be predicted that it won't be as big a sell-off on this occasion. It doesn't seem to be having as big an impact as it did when the US rating was downgraded. However, it's certainly added a little bit more uncertainty into the markets, and I want to be watching on Tuesday and really seeing how the markets react. But working off what we've got here. So what we have and what we looked at last week was we thought the market would be coming up and kind of testing this upper region of 766. So just to remind you, this is a big key level around March 766, and it's kind of a zone 765 up to 770-ish. Come and look at this on a weekly chart, you can see it here. It's a big area. Now the markets are bullish, and this last week was one of those situations where we had both the US dollar up and the equity markets up. And the Russell looks bullish. I said I was bullish last week, and with that little bit of news out, it's not going to change my mind with any great degree. It's not even really a huge surprise that those countries were downgraded. However, we are at resistance. We do have a little bit of news that's come into the mix. We do have a holiday today, and often we'll see just that little bit of a sell-off after a holiday. People have had that little bit of a weekend to stop and think and reflect. So I am thinking a bit of a pullback this week, but a temporary pullback in an uptrend. Now, it may or may not happen. I wouldn't be completely surprised to see it break up through 766. But I think the more than likely scenario is a pullback to 750 before continuing on. So we almost did that on Friday anyway, almost got back to 750, not quite. I wouldn't be surprised to see us pull back down to 750, maybe even 740, although 750 is where support comes in. A pullback into there and before continuation on would be a little bit more realistic. Now if we start to sell off heavily, we'd have to sell off really strongly, i.e. below kind of 730, in order for us to be putting this uptrend in any kind of danger. So that would be a big sell-off. Seems pretty unlikely, although we just need to be watching what the markets do on Tuesday, how they do react. Be interesting as well just to have a look at European markets and how they react on Monday's trading with the US markets closed. And that'll give us more of an idea as to how the US is likely to open on Tuesday. It is, however, too early for me to be making that call on Sunday night US time. And we haven't seen any trading out of the European markets yet either in terms of stocks. So, but just looking at this, I do think, we're up at this major resistance. It's a nice strong bull market. This doesn't change my longer term view. I think we'll be going higher this year. We'll be going higher in the coming months. But I think in the coming weeks, in the coming week even, and certainly coming days, this is a good point for a sell-off. It's about as good as any. And combined with news, I think the sell-off is the more likely scenario. So here's how I'll be looking to trade it this week. I'll be looking for pullbacks into 750. I think that'll be a great place to be looking for buying opportunities, looking for bullish candles on lower time frames to give me entry and stop loss into joining in this longer term trend. So any long trade I could get around 750, I'd be quite happy with, provided of course I see that turnaround. I don't just trade when it gets to 750. I'll be looking for a turnaround in the candles, in the price, for a continuation back on, and then another retest up of 766 and beyond. Now, if price does get straight through 76 early this week, then it's going to provide an even better opportunity, because pullbacks into 766 would be even better. So when you break up above it and a pullback down, to do this, we can come and look at lower time frames. Here, for example, is a 480 chart, and what I'd just be looking at is I'd be coming in and marking in the levels on the chart. So say up and around here, just going to draw a line in. Around about the 766 region, any break up above it. See how we broke above it but never really held and then just kind of pull back below it? What I'm talking about for a pullback to it is a break up above it significantly, then a nice pullback in, and then just waiting for the candles to turn bullish again at that region and then break up through and give us a nice higher low on a 8-hour chart here, and give us a nice entry and stop loss into the trade to join the uptrend. Same thing as if we pull back into 750 here, I'll be looking for a reason to get long. So that's not too far away when you look at this in perspective. But anything down here at 750, just looking for a reason to get long and join the uptrend. In terms of short side, if I'm completely wrong here and the markets tumble, I'd be really focused on intraday trading. I don't really want to be taking any longer term trades on the short side. So if I am wrong on the upward direction and the markets really take a dive, I'll be focused on short term trading in that direction. And equally, if I'm looking for my pullback here, I wouldn't be looking to take a swing trade and be in this for days to the short side. I'll just be looking a little bit more aggressively for intraday short trades around about 76 and beyond and below, back down towards 750. I'll be certainly looking to trade short term and short trades in that direction. Once we get to 750, I'll be looking for reasons to be getting long again. Hope that helps, everybody. Happy trading. Have a wonderful week and enjoy your holiday on Monday, and I'll speak to you next week.